everybody, it's me, Jamie. It's Brass Week! Why is she so excited about Brass Week, I hear you ask? Well, good question. There are lots of reasons. The first reason for me is that I'm used to seeing the brass all the time because they sit opposite the second violins, just the other side of the conductor. So it's really nice, often in rehearsals and concerts, the second violins and the brass give each other a little smile if they play something really nicely, or perhaps in rehearsal they might pull funny faces at each other, but don't tell the conductor. But the other reason why I really like the brass section is because they're really good at thinking. They have a bit more time off than we do in the violins. We're always playing really, really busily in the violins, but sometimes the brass have a bit more time off than us. So they do a lot of listening, and that's all about what Seb's episode is about. So to get you in the right mood, I want to just make sure that your ears are turned on. So after 3, can you all give a click to turn your ears on? Ready? 1, 2, 3, click! Wow, I bet you can hear everything now. So before I hand over to Seb, I just want to say a big hello to Windale School in Blackbird Leys, who are big, big friends of ours. So hello everyone at Windale, and here's Seb.
Hello, my name's Seb. Welcome to this video. I'm going to be talking to you today about listening. Now, listening is probably the most important thing you can do if you're making music. I play the trumpet, which is this thing here. So we're going to start off with a quick warm-up, and we're going to start by humming a note, and we're going to do a long note, and it's going to be middle C, my slightly out of tune piano. So here we go. Everyone do this with me. Come on, everyone. It's a bit high for me, that one, but I'm giving it a go. I might go down the octave. So if you want to go down the octave, you can. Okay, stop. So we're going to do the same thing again now, but this time, instead of thinking about what you're doing, I want you to think of it as you're listening to the sound that you've created. It's a slightly different thing. So here we go. Just keep listening, keep humming. Listen to what that sound does. What does it do to the room? Okay, you can stop now. Okay, we're going to split the audience into 2. If there are loads of you, then just split it down the middle. If there are just 2 of you, then 1 each. If there's just 1 of you, don't worry, you can do one part and I'll do the other part. And we're going to split off into 2 different notes. So on this side, or if you're just on your own, that's going to be me. We're going to sing the C, or we're going to hum it. So it's. So let's hear that. Beautiful. Stop. Now on this side, or if you're on your own at home, you're going to sing a G, which sounds like this. It's quite high for me. On that side, and on this side. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Stop. So now we're going to do one more thing, and we're going to sing the same note, but halfway through we're going to swap to the other note. So that's why it's important to listen, so you really know what the other person's doing. Listen to the other person, and then when I clap, you're going to swap to the other note. So here we go. 2, 3, 4. You ready? Keep going, keep going. And now, swap. Now, the trumpet is an incredibly important instrument. Now, in the old days, the trumpet didn't actually look like this. It was a bit longer and didn't have any of these valves. And it was often used, really, mainly for communication. In the old days, hundreds of years ago, they didn't have mobile phones or emails. And the only way people could get messages across long distances was to get a trumpeter to come and play a little fanfare. So it's kind of synonymous with kings and queens and battles and wars. So composers have often used the trumpet to bring about that kind of feeling in their music. What I'm going to do today is to demonstrate to you 3 main uses for the trumpet in the orchestra. And those 3 things are supporting, blending, and standing out. So first off, supporting. Now in the old days, like I said, they didn't have any valves, so trumpets couldn't really do much apart from a few different notes. So I'm going to play you a bit of music now from Beethoven's First Symphony, and this is a part in the first movement where the trumpet basically just has loads of long notes. And I want you to listen to it first without the orchestra. This will just be the trumpet, and just see what you think about it. Is it exciting? Does it fulfill any sort of purpose at all? Does it make any sense on its own? So just think about that when you hear it. Here we go. There we go. What did you think? It's okay, isn't it? It's not the most exciting thing on its own. So now we'll try it with the orchestra, and we'll see if it sounds a bit more interesting. I start off playing, so I hit the notes, then I come back and I listen to what everyone else is doing. Maybe I'll just add a bit more sound, a bit of a crescendo into the next note, and then I'll do the same thing again. So I actually played it differently when I could hear everyone else playing as well. So the trumpet is being used here to add a level of excitement and drama to the music, and I think it works quite well. So we're going to talk about next blending. Now blending is a slightly different thing to supporting, and I'm going to use an example here from Bolero, which is by Ravel. This is a bit where the trumpet plays a tune with a flute. So the two instruments come together to create a brand new sound. Now another thing that we do with this one is we use a mute. So I'm going to grab that. And this is my mute. It's a straight mute made out of plastic, and you'll hear what a slightly different sound it makes. Now this is the sound of a flute doing the same thing. I haven't got a real flute player, so this is just a sort of keyboard sound playing a flute. So when we put these two things together, they kind of sound like this. We're blending, so one player can't play louder than the other. You need to kind of listen to the other person, so you move at the same time, and so that you create a similar sort of sound together. You're doing something together, which is quite fun. So I'm going to play you what it sounds like in context now. So I'm going to sort of fade in the orchestra, and I'm going to start playing, and so's the flute. Now the last bit of the video is talking about standing out. Composers all throughout the ages have used the trumpet to summon that sense of kind of glory, of storytelling. And John Williams did it for the fantastic film series Star Wars. The opening of the whole film all begins with a trumpet fanfare, and that's how I'd like to end today. And when you're playing a fanfare, I guess you don't need to listen quite so much as when you're doing the other things, but it makes other people sit up and listen. So I'm going to need your help for this one though, because it's just me here, and I wish I had an orchestra to play with, but I don't at the moment. What I want you to do is to clap this rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Keep going. I really feel like we've managed to make some music together, even though we're not in the same room. We're doing it across time and space, but even if it's just a bit of humming, a bit of clapping, we've been making some music. So it's been fun. So thank you so much for watching, and have fun listening to music.